What is going on, guys, and welcome back to the Across the Cowboys podcast. I am your host, Paul Ryan, and with me, as always, tonight is the conductor of the Jake Ferguson Hype Train, Mr. Brendan Fergie Smith. Brendan, how are you, sir?
We are on what we like to call a win streak. I don't know
Yes,
what this
sir.
is. I don't know, but all I'm going to say is I feel great.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with my hands, man. What do we do?
Yeah,
What do I do with
yeah.
my hands?
I think I'm just going to put them down here, and we're just going to chill.
Three in a row for our Dallas Cowboys. It's exciting to we're gonna have a good conversation about it, but it just felt it's like this just came out of nowhere. It's like when you think about how the beginning of the season went and how this team looked in the off season, you're just kind of wondering how is this all happening?
This defense gave up 450 yards to Russell Wilson, and then now you're stopping the Eagles' offense and you're stopping KC. Mahomes still played phenomenal.
Four
Like
touchdowns, man.
Mahomes was still Mahomes,
Yeah, he was Mahomes.
but like you got stops. You couldn't stop Russell Wilson, and here we
Quentin
are.
Williams, I guess that's the answer, right? I mean, that's the easy
Pretty
answer.
much, because he's awesome. There's
He
nothing
is
you can
so
else you can
filthy,
say.
dude. Him and Overshone are just gross, bro, together.
And Rebel, dude, I like what I've seen out of Rebel.
Yeah, yeah, it's an exciting player. I know. I didn't get to watch a lot of it, but I believe it was Watch Lombardi was just kind of talking about how he's a guy.
Yeah. Also, you're gonna keep everything with a grain of salt. Everyone's like, "Oh, all these expectations for his first game back." I'm like, guys, he hasn't played football in over a year and a half after tearing his
Right.
ACL. I'm like, can we not have any expectations? If he gets beat over the top, you go, "Okay, cool," and you go to the next play,
Yeah,
and then he's just playing great, and you go, "Oh, okay."
dude, for real. Shout out to our guy Jordan Stockman, one of our day one guys, actually on the pod out at for Cowboys Beef, similar to Brendan. But Jordan, as always, man, we appreciate you stopping by and hanging out, bro. Hopefully, you're
Jordan's
in
always
the game winning streak as much as we are, sir.
Jordan's always here, and it's always much, much, much appreciated.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Hopefully, a couple of some of our other attendees will be joining us this week. I know last time we had I think it was a Cowboys. I don't know if it was a Cowboys loss. Maybe it was after the Arizona Cardinals game, but we had a couple of new people who had been on some episodes, like at least in the chat, and they were talking about how poorly Schottenheimer and Dak had been playing, and they haven't come back since. So maybe they're starting to eat some of that humble pie, Brendan.
Like I've said many times on this show this season, Shoddy's bringing me in, and I don't know if I like it. I'm scared. Oh, Jordan, easy. I don't think anyone in this fan base would disagree with that, but his agent would disagree with that.
Yeah, he does not want to sign a deal today. He wants to get the bag, the big bag, the big bag.
He's going to.
No doubt about it. Hopefully, it is from our Cowboys. But Brendan, where can we find you on Twitter, sir?
You can find me at Brendan_Smith 26.
Unfortunately, Mike couldn't be here tonight because he's at his favorite place in the world, of course, Disneyland. Make sure to follow him on Twitter at CD Piglet. If not for anything else, his delicious looking churro photos. Brendan, what are your thoughts on those? I know you said you had a sweet tooth. Those look pretty good, don't they?
Yeah, like I said, this is the toughest time of year to try to think healthier. I'm not gonna say healthy because that's all a lie. But then you see Mike just having the time of his life, and you go, "Well, I'm freezing over here going to class, and he's over there just having a ball,
Yeah.
eating all the churros and all that." Do they look good?
You know,
They look good.
yeah, side note, I know we were talking about Brahms before we hopped on the show. Have you had their churro cheesecake ice cream at Brahms?
No, I did not know that was a thing.
It's a thing, and you must try it. I believe it's a summer flavor, so make sure next time you're at Brahms, if you're having a cheat day and you see it, man, you have to grab it.
I will keep that easily in mind, dude. That sounds awesome.
That's one of my wife's favorite flavors. But before we start talking about food yet again here, Brendan, I'm going to go ahead and transition us. So you can find me on Twitter at Paul_Ryan15. It's been a great week if you're a Cowboys fan, as our very own Cowboys have now won 3 straight games after beating Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs on Thanksgiving of all days. Unfortunately, the schedule doesn't get any easier as the Cowboys take on the Detroit Lions on Thursday. Brendan and I will be recapping and previewing both the Chiefs and Lions game tonight, similar to what we did last week. Brendan, what were your thoughts after the INT and immediate touchdown to start off the game on Thursday?
We're back to earth.
Yeah, exactly.
We're
Here
back
we
to
go
earth.
again.
No, seriously, I was thinking like Philly's going to turn into the one game each year that we win that we shouldn't win.
Yeah.
We have that one game every year. So I was like, that's cool. That's awesome. I'm sad.
Yeah. Whenever you beat Philly, especially a team that I'm really not even sure what kind of team, excuse me, the Cowboys are, but they're definitely better than I had anticipated. But to beat a team like Philly, your division rival, like you're easily probably your biggest rival, it
Oh,
always feels good. It's like you can kind of take a beating by the Kansas City Chiefs as long as you get that Phillies game.
like I said, I'm like, okay, cool. That's our one victory that no one expected to happen, and we're here. And I'm like, oh, Mahomes is gonna Mahomes, and we're just gonna be bad. And I was wrong. I was very, very wrong.
It just kind of made me also think, of course, watching the rest of the game, but it made me think about what Mike said last time he was on, where he was saying the Cowboys always look like that first drive where they're trying to figure some stuff out and they might like give up a long touchdown or they might like go three and out, but it's not always a testament to how the rest of the game is going. But it's like, just made me think, yeah, maybe they were just trying to figure something out, or of course, Dak throwing that interception, he didn't wasn't really trying to figure out a lot there, but it seems like maybe more so for the defense.
I think this is gonna be like kind of irony, but like I feel like the Cowboys are now Rocky in the simple fact they're just getting punched, they're getting pummeled, and then he's just still there, and you go, how the hell are you still up? And he starts landing punches, and you go, this is a fight.
Yeah, hopefully no spoilers there, Brendan, because I've never seen Rocky, so don't spoil it for me. I know facepalm. That's all you can do,
More,
honestly. With the
more
classic movies I've
disappointment.
never seen, man, that's the reaction I deserve.
How have you not seen? I'm 22, Paul. I'm 22,
I
and I've
know.
seen all these.
You and your dad watched a lot more cooler movies than me and my mom did. I mean, my mom did take me to see Bad Boys in theater, so no hating on my mom. Mom, I love you if you're listening. I know you're not, but my mom, I watched a lot of good movies with my mom, but Rocky and stuff like that, Terminator, that's not her thing. So I've got to take the time to watch that with my son. I gotta do right by him.
Yeah, easily you have to. Like it's the best stuff, dude. A lot of '80s movies is just like that's where it's at.
Yeah, it'll be a busy summer if I can find the time to watch some of these classics, man, for sure. But what impressed you the most about the Chiefs game?
I it's I want to say everyone, but like it's got to be the defense.
Hmm.
You got beat. You got like you said that first drive. You go, oh, okay, we're gonna let screen passes go. That's awesome. That's lovely.
Yeah.
But we'll talk more about Jadeveon and Clowney getting 2 coverage sacks. Those are not. Oh, he beat the tackle. He did this. No, those are coverage sacks,
Hmm.
and he did that. Overshown's flying around. Deron Bland finally got his get back, which is playing better in coverage. As long as he doesn't play an ultra physical wide receiver, he plays better. Like your defense play well, and we can talk every episode from here on until he retires can be about Quinn Williams. Honestly, dude, that guy is just awesome.
Yeah. I mean, I thought that he was definitely going to help the defense, but what he's been able to do, like just transform this entire defense, is insane.
He makes everyone better.
Yeah.
Donovan Wilson in the box is playing better. Your entire D line from Osa down to Ezraku, I'm saying just from inside out, playing so much better. We had like I think 2 pressures total on Bo Nix, and that offensive line isn't that good.
Hmm.
We're now constantly getting pressure. Philly has a good O line. KC has a good
Yeah.
O line with mainly Mahomes running. And here we are.
Osa loves Quinn Williams, dude.
No, yeah, no one has won this trade more. It's like, oh, the Joneses won the trade. Oh no, it's Osa.
Yeah.
We were all saying, dude, where's Osa? He hasn't done anything since getting paid because he's been getting double teamed, but like he hasn't done anything. And now he's like, I'm going untouched sometimes. Like people aren't even looking at me. I'm playing edge at some points because
Yeah.
of that man in the middle. Like that's insane.
He's been doing a nice job of cleaning up, man. I know it wasn't that long ago when Mike was talking about the defensive line. Mike always has those gems whenever he's on, but talking about how the defensive line didn't have a closer, and since the addition of Quinn Williams, it looks like we know Osa has benefited the most, but he looks to have been the guy that is cleaning up and benefiting the most.
Like I said, we can talk this entire hour-long episode. We don't have to do a top five. We don't got to do one word. We can
Yeah.
just talk about Quentin Williams.
And we'd have a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
Think for those of you who missed the last five, we had like our top five things we're thankful for, and for those of you who weren't on the weren't part of the show, I had the Jets as one of my top five just because of that Quentin Williams shirt, obviously. But man, what a gift Quentin Williams has been. Do you think the Cowboys got bailed out by the refs?
No. There are BS calls on both sides. You go, really? Yeah. Mahomes getting pushed out of bounds while he's still in bounds, and they call it. You go, like my dad.
I'm
legit
so glad
was like,
they did not call that penalty, dude.
Yeah, it was so bad that they had to call it off. The refs like, oh, we're gonna do that. We're protecting Mahomes, and everyone's like, hey, there's like 50 million people watching this. Like, you can't be doing that. So no, there's calls on both sides.
Yeah, the Chiefs had 10 penalties to the Cowboys 7, so it wasn't like an outrageous amount or anything, but it just kind of seemed like it always happens, good or bad. Like those calls can feel kind of like game changing because they come at the worst possible time.
It's just so funny seeing Chiefs fans complain about calls when they've been getting everything for the past like 4 or 5 years. Like
the NFL darling.
Yeah. Oh no, is not every call going your way? No, I can't believe it. Your all-pro corner Trent McDuffie got bitched by both our wide receivers. I'm sorry that we have better wide receivers. My fault.
Dude, he had a long, long day, bro. He was getting embarrassed.
I know. It was so nice to finally see another corner do that instead of just us.
I love the CD bounce back game, but not only just the bounce back game, but like really embarrassing somebody on live TV.
This offense is so like complimentary, and it's so great because like George was held in check. He was held in check for most of the game. Fourth quarter, oh hey George, we need you. Oh bet, okay, I'm here. And he just clutched up. Your top two receivers had 200 yards total on like 13 grabs. Ew.
Yeah.
Ew. We haven't even talked about the yearly tradition of a Cowboy player hurdling.
Man.
And George Pickens, like, dude.
He joined the hurdle club. He's had a couple this year, man.
He's so good. He's so good.
I think I mentioned this last week, but like I wasn't sure what to expect from George Pickens, but I don't think anybody expected this type of season from George Pickens. Even the people who were excited about the move and stuff, like I just don't think anybody thought that George Pickens had this type of play in him.
No, I was excited for a splash trade just because we have no excitement,
of course,
and all that. But I was so terrified of his character concerns. I was so scared. I'm like, he's gonna crash out, and this is gonna be like, okay, whatever. And then you just have a guy pouting on the sideline, and you have Jalen Tolbert coming back to being your number 2. That's what I thought was gonna happen. George is a bro. Like, he's just having fun. Every time he's celebrating CeeDee Lamb doing something, every time he does something CeeDee Lamb celebrate. I don't know what Pittsburgh has done, but dang, man. I don't know how you effed up this bad.
I mean, the third and the fifth looks like an absolute steal now, dude.
Dude, like, we don't draft well on day 2 that much unless a player falls to us. Now okay, cool. We got Quentin and George Pickens. Those here 2 guys from day 2 in 2026.
Okay, hey, I'll take that.
I think that might be an A grade for day 2. I don't know. I'm just a kid talking about football here. Well, yeah. I think that's pretty dang good.
If that is not an A, somebody needs to change their grading scale for sure.
Hey, that quitting grade was an F.
Man, crazy. Did you like Shoddy making it a point to get Lamb and Turpin going, kind of in like an bounce back type of game for both of those guys?
I told you it was going to happen. I told you they were going to go to Lamb. Turpin scares me just because, like, he's either going to have a great play or it's going to be like, you're just going to face palm. So I do like that he's like, hey, let's get our guys going early just because of the simple fact of get their confidence back. And if you listen to sounds from the sidelines, CeeDee's saying this is his get back.
Mm-hmm.
And so you needed it because if CeeDee Lamb's not walking around like he's the best person on the field, something's gone wrong. You are not playing at full strength. You want him being cocky out of his mind. And then you have George Pickens just being George. Like I have no other way to describe that other than him just being himself. If you don't have them being that, your offense has failed. You're gonna hit a wall and it's gonna be ugly.
You brought up a good point though, just a couple minutes ago, like how you're worried about what George Pickens would do. You know, we saw it in Pittsburgh where if he's not involved in the game and the game plan, like he just checks out. Here, that hasn't been the case, and we saw it, like you mentioned, most of the game he was just like not, he was getting shut down, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh hey, we need you to come out and make some plays. And what does he do? He just goes off for like 88 yards in one quarter.
I think he trusts the scheme more than he ever has in Pittsburgh. Yeah. I think it's all Dak though. He's like, I know what if I need the ball and I go talk. Dak's throwing me that 50-50. Like I never had that. I'd be wide open for them to throw me the ball. I can say, hey, I'm gonna get it, and this is just what happens.
Yeah, we just absolutely understand. But I mean, it's you talked about how this offense complements each other. If you can somehow find a way to get not just George Pickens going, not just CeeDee Lamb going, but one of either Turpin, Flournoy, or Fergie, man, it's game over. I feel like every week, man.
Like Ferg's doing the dirty work. Also, I thought he had that touchdown. If Nick Bolton's leg didn't keep his foot trapped, that would have been one of the top 5 plays I've seen in a long time. But like he's just doing the dirty work. You're tied in. When you have 2 number 1 wide receivers, you don't need to have the George Kittle or Travis Kelce at tight end. You don't. Even though Ferg is now starting to play like that a little bit.
Yeah, he is up.
He's blocking great. He's getting out in space. 3rd, 4th down. Guess who you're going to? Ferg. And he's just doing the dirty work. And that's what you need. Because Ferg's not going to go, oh, man, he had 6 catches, 70 yards, and a touchdown. That's not going to happen with this offense. You have 2 dudes who went for 200. You don't need Ferg just popping off. Just be the safety blanket. Be there to block. And just keep kicking ass. And that's all you need.
And man, just the difference in how they play and their personalities from Dalton Schultz to Jake Ferguson. It's like, my God, for this team, Jake Ferguson is like the perfect guy.
Jake Ferguson, like, if I ever do like make it to like big time covering Cowboys and all, first person I'm meeting is Jake. Yeah, without a doubt. That is my favorite human being playing football, without a doubt. I was about to say what I said on Thanksgiving. I'm not going to say that, but he full on manhandled that turkey. You see, there we go. That's the best way of putting that. He ran with it, dude. That is awesome. He was feeding his teammates from his arm.
If I was his teammate, I definitely would have taken a bite of that turkey if Berg offered it to me.
Dude, it's just. Also, have you seen South on the sideline yet?
Not yet, no.
Well, this is not going to spoil because he does this every time. But Dak legit went right to Schottenheimer and said, "I love you," as like they're hugging. And all. The camaraderie of this team is different. Like everyone's like McCarthy's speeches just go like, "Hey guys, great win, great fight. You're off tomorrow." You go, "Yeah." Schottenheimer's screaming, doing all this crazy, wacky stuff, and you go, "I would fight for that."
Exactly.
I would fight.
I love how he calls out like the sacks and the touchdowns getters.
I love last week. Oh, not last week, but Sunday. He's like, "Did we spot them 21 points?" Yeah. It's just great. It's great stuff.
I know, man. I wasn't sure how to feel about the Shoddy hire when it first happened. I like how everything that I had heard about him, but I did not think that the guys would love him like he was this beloved in the locker room. Like I didn't think that was a real thing, but I'm so glad that that was true.
See, I thought it was gonna be a cheap puppet for 2 years. That's exactly what I thought that move was, and that's why I was upset. I wanted Vrabel. I wanted Ben Johnson I wanted him so terribly. And of course, you see them doing really well. They're two young QBs, but I think for Dak, I think those actually. I don't want to give the Joneses credit. I don't. I don't want to do it. But this might have been the best move for your team right now. If you're rebuilding, no.
Yeah.
I would say no. You need to get one of the other guys. But if you're keeping your core, which of course they're doing a soft rebuild, it's working. And I had so many trust issues.
Yeah, a lot to like about Shoddy and what he's done this year for sure. If the Cowboys as a whole play the way they did against Kansas City, do you think they'll beat the Lions though?
That's such a different team. Like Detroit has more creative plays, but also they have Jahmyr Gibbs.
Exactly.
And I know we're stopping the run a lot better. Jahmyr Gibbs is so freaking fast. I don't care who you have at linebacker to do that or what you have on the edge. That man, dear Lord. If Dallas plays the way they did next getting to Mahomes, so they get to Goff, then you'll win. But if you let Detroit establish the run, that's going to be a long Thursday.
Yeah, that's Jahmyr Gibbs is someone who gives opposing defensive coordinators nightmares, man. But I don't know, these Lions can't seem to catch a break.
No, we might see Amon-Ra play. Who knows on that front? But if he's not, then they're going to get a heavy dose of the run. And we'll see if your five-man fronts can actually come to play for that.
Is the Lions game the Cowboys to lose, do you think?
I think you can say for both teams. Both teams need this win badly. If Detroit loses, I think they're basically out of the playoff race. If Dallas loses, we're talking about the draft next week.
Yeah.
Even it's a hard-fought loss and all that, we're talking about the draft next week. We're not going to come back 6-6-1. That's no.
That would be an NFL first, I think, to come back from a record like that. But it's something we'll talk about here in a little bit. But even with a win, it's I think that the road is still it's a long road ahead for sure. I do think that this is kind of the Cowboys game to lose. The Cowboys are on the rise, and the Lions are starting to spiral a bit just because they're. I'm not sure what to expect from Amon-Ra, but I don't think he'll be playing this week, and I'd be surprised if he doesn't miss a couple of games. And they just have been dealing with injuries. I know that what is it? Armstead just went on the IR. They're probably their best secondary player. So I don't know. Just the Lions have looked good on offense, but they haven't been the dominant force that we've seen in the past.
No, these next 5 games are going to be so telling. Not if Dallas makes the playoffs or not, honestly. My bigger thing is, are we going to see the Cowboys of old play down to competition? Yeah, you're talking about Terrion Arnold being out. You're talking about Amon-Ra being out. And you're like, oh, this is Dallas's game. This is it. Detroit has no one. They're going to have their third-string wide receiver pop off for 100 yards, and Dak's going to throw an interception to that corner. You have no idea who that is.
Yeah.
Are we going to continue this trend of hey, we're actually competitive? Like you said, we might lose, but we're playing competitive, or you go, dude, I don't even know who's playing right now, and we're just getting gashed.
Right. Yeah, that's just as if you've been a Cowboys fan for the last 5 to 10 years, that just kind of feels like what this game could be. The Cowboys playing down to their competition, but I think that's something also we will talk about here in a little bit, but how much of an impact do you think that Trevon Diggs will have in this game?
Okay, like I said, after everything's gone on, I'm like, I gotta specify this. As a player, I despise Triquez Bridges. I think he's one of the worst football players I've ever seen in my life. I bet he's a really nice guy. I'm really happy he's getting money right now. But dude, is he bad at football? If you're telling me he's off the field, I'm okay. That 4th down play, the freaking Rice in the end zone, you go, bro, how did he get that? And you see 25 on the field, you go,
That's how.
That's how. The Nashawn Wright curse with the number 25, I guess, because awful player can't turn his head around. Now he's gonna make a Pro Bowl somewhere else. But if Diggs can come out here, just be competent. We're not getting all pro 11 interceptions Diggs. We're not.
Yeah.
Just be competent, man. Like I said, this entire year, if this defense can be top 25, if you can just be a top 15 to top 20 to 25 corner for me, Diggs, you will not hear me say one bad thing about you.
Oh, we're going to hold you to that, Brendan. We're going to hold you to that.
Don't do it. Don't do that.
He'll be your new Jordan Lewis.
Ah.
Just kind of answer the question here. Positively, I don't expect much just because he's missed the last 6 games, but because of the injuries to Amon-Ra and Laporta, I don't think Diggs will have to do too much in his first game back either.
JMO does scare me in his speed.
Yeah, but with Bland and Rebel, I'm sure they'll have something ready for JMO.
Creative offenses scare me. We fall on play action all the time. If you have two guys moving, the defense doesn't know what to do.
Yeah, you just it's nice that we got that win against Kansas City, but the defense still to give up 28 points.
That's to Mahomes. You need to
Yeah.
let that happen, but they got the stops when it mattered the most.
Yeah, that's all you can ask for really with this bunch.
Yeah, we're not saying, hey, can you hold him to under 20 points? That's not happening. But can you give me 2 or 3 stops a game? Can you give your offense 2 or 3 more chances than what they would have had to score? And that's what they're doing.
Does Gibbs or JMO scare you more?
Oh, Gibbs.
Yeah.
Jamison Williams could gash you for 70 yards, but Gibbs is going to get so many more touches.
Exactly, yeah. So many more opportunities.
Rico ran for 200 on you. I know we have a different D line now with Quinnen, but Rico ran for 200 on you. Okay, I don't know. This is going to be a crazy speculation. I think Gibbs might be better.
Yeah, he's just one game removed from having 219 rushing yards. So, he's shown what he's capable of. Dude is so filthy. But yeah, I definitely more scared of Gibbs too. But I'm really hoping and praying that Amon-Ra isn't going to be playing this week, just because the Lions are hungry. Still trying to fight for a playoff spot. Of course, the Cowboys are too. But having to try to figure out how to stop Gibbs, JMO, and Amon-Ra is like a task that is hard for any defense, even like a team like the Packers to stop.
Yeah, that's easily fair.
What do the Cowboys need to do to win this game?
Get your receivers going. I want to say get Javonte going, but
Yeah.
it's your receivers. If Arnold's out, honestly, I'm annoyed at myself. I'm too much of a nerd not to know their other corner, but I'm blanking right now, so I'm kind of upset. But like, if you get your passing game going, CeeDee Lamb has like 50 yards in the first quarter, and you just get that going, you should easily be fine. Aiden Hutchinson also scares me.
No,
So
for sure.
you got to get that ball out fast because Steele is going to be in hell.
Yeah, Steele's going to be a big factor in this one. That they're probably doing the Birdman, rubbing hands together, looking at Steele's film here the last couple of weeks. I would say it's almost as simple as stopping the run, but I do think that this game will kind of start and end with the Cowboys offense too.
Well, if you want to talk about the defense, like a defensive key, it's to get Detroit into passing downs.
Yeah.
Like 3rd and 5, 3rd and 7. Yeah.
Yeah, that is probably the secret for sure to not just Detroit, but for a lot of good teams. If the Cowboys win this game and have victories over Philadelphia, Kansas City, and Detroit, what does that say to you about this team?
That I'm uber delusional and I'm going to be very annoying until I can't be anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to be delusional just because I've had too many bad experiences with the Cowboys, but I will say, I will have a different feeling than years past. I mean, we did see the insane run that the Cowboys went on in 2023. I didn't feel the way I feel about this team that I did about that team. Like they never really showed me that they were contenders. Like even with some of their bigger wins, it was like, yeah, it just feels like the other team lost this game, but the Cowboys got lucky. But I feel like this Cowboys team is actually grinding out wins, earning victories. So it will mean a lot to me, but I keep kind of also going back to needing to see more.
This team does like this has a different vibe to it, honestly.
It does.
Because like
Yeah.
McCarthy went 12-5 3 years straight. Teams would take that without a question.
Yeah.
But I feel like one, if not maybe both, Philly and KC game would have been two of those 5 losses.
Yeah, that's true.
We might have
Very,
beat
very true.
Arizona, and we might have beat Arizona. We might have beat not Chicago right now, but might have
Carolina.
beat Denver in their game. Yeah, we might have beat Carolina. But like, you're not
Not
beating
the real team.
KC, and you're not beating Philadelphia after being down 21-0 with McCarthy. You'll win. You'll lose like 38-17, maybe just because of garbage time.
Yeah.
So yeah.
McCarthy will always have that Atlanta Falcons game. We can't ever take that away from him, though.
Oh, that game made me hate life. I was at work and everything sucked.
Oh man, I would hate to have missed that game, dude.
No, I watched it while at work, but I just kept I
Oh.
turned it off. I'm like, I'm gonna go do my job because I was working at a gym, so we had of course TVs on and all that. And so I just kept looking. I'm like, oh, there's another turnover. This is great. I'm having the time of my life right now. And then it's go, wait, they're making a comeback. No, they're not. I'm going back downstairs. Okay, let's go watch it. What do you mean we're only down by 14?
Yeah, that was an insane game. That was the first year of this podcast too. It was a fun season to like watch and talk about, but obviously as a Cowboys fan, it was rough, especially after what happened to Dak. But such a strange season, especially for McCarthy's first year. Would you consider the Cowboys a real contender if they beat Detroit?
There's two answers in my head right now. Delusional me is trying to win the victory at the moment.
Yeah,
There's
I
no,
have two answers in my answer too. So
like they could just because the NFL is so open this year. That is my bigger thing. If the Chiefs are like being the Chiefs, Philly is playing really well, but you look at the AFC, it's Drake May and Bo Nix leading the conference, and you go, what?
yeah,
And you look at the NFC, Stafford looks like he could win MVP, but he just had a horrendous game against the Panthers. Like, bad.
3 turnovers. Yeah.
Philly doesn't look like world beaters right now.
Mm-mm.
They don't at all. This game, with it being as open as it is, this would totally be the year. I'm not saying the Dallas is going to win the Super Bowl. No, I'm never going to be one of those fans until until they show me. But if they went on a little run in the playoffs, I wouldn't be shocked. Just the simple fact that you have no idea.
But what it kind of annoys me, or not kind of, but what annoys me is that after watching Green Bay on Thursday, it's like, man, please don't tell me they got things figured out on offense.
No, Detroit just played bad.
You think so? I hope so.
Yeah, like I said, if you can get in front of Goff, it's game over. Mm-hmm. Micah murdered for 2.5 sacks, and you just win. You need your offense to click, but like you get in front of Goff, it's game. If he sees 300-pound Quinnen Williams coming at him a lot, I think he's like, oh shit.
It's not the Lions season when a guy comes out of retirement to try to play for you, and then he can't pass his physical. So that's to stay retired.
See, I saw that tweet, and I'm like, Tyron Smith looks really, really healthy right now. I bet he could pass a physical.
You would think, man, but you never know, man. Even after being out of the game for a few months, I feel like that just takes a toll on your body.
Yeah, no. For as a person, no, I would not want Tyron Smith to come back. But I'm like, would I be complaining if we get a breaking news tomorrow morning? No.
That would be crazy, man. I wouldn't mind him coming back just to be like part of the run,
There's so many players that deserve it. Yeah. I need Martin to come back. I need a whole bunch of people to come back.
I mean, Tyron, Frederick, and Zach Martin, dude, deserve it the most in my eyes, dude.
And just because his jersey's over there signed, I need Sean Lee to come back real quick out of his random wood cabin somewhere.
I thought he would be a coach or something. I'm surprised that he's not. I don't know. Obviously, I don't know what he's doing now, but I thought that he would be like a linebackers coach or be working with the Cowboys or another football team in some capacity.
He just fell off the face of the earth. And I got a feeling that's what he wanted.
Probably. But to answer the question here, would a win make the Cowboys a real contender? Yes and no. I don't think they'll make the playoffs based on the current standing, so I can't consider them a real contender. But if they did make the playoffs, I do think that this team would be contenders.
We have the hardest slash funnest slash funniest road to make the playoffs, and it's to have Philly absolutely collapse. That is the
And
real only way we're making the playoffs.
what
Like
was
we
it? I
all
guess
get.
it was 2023, right, where they went. Um, was it 8-1 and then finished 1-8 or something like that? Do you remember that?
I don't remember. I've seen a lot of people talk about. I don't remember off the top of my head. But that would if Philly does choke, and I'm not even talking about like the benefit us. The NFC East is cursed. That
For
you're
real.
never having someone like honestly, I'm penciling in us not even making the playoffs next year if we win the division this year, because you're not going to repeat. You're not. It's not
Yeah.
possible.
No, it has yet to happen. I guess the first time it could happen for the first time in I don't know how many years this year if Philly were
Over
to
20 years. Over
not.
20 years.
That's man, it really is cursed, dude. For it to happen not happen in that long of a time is something.
Yeah.
What's your score prediction for the game?
I'm gonna. I'm gonna be. I'm gonna go a little crazy here.
Oh, okay.
35-21 Dallas.
Oh, double digit victory. Not too far off from me, sir. I had 30-17 Dallas, so we're both pretty optimistic. It looks like.
30. I don't know why. I know like our score is only a 4 point difference between what they'll score, but that is. I'm like, you think they're gonna score 17? That's crazy.
Well, I mean, it's like you said though, if they can get ahead of golf, the way our
I
defense has been
know
kind of playing.
that Dan Campbell's gonna eat someone's kneecap on the sideline if that happens.
I mean, the way that we got embarrassed last year by Dan Campbell, I wouldn't be surprised if the Cowboys have this game like
Oh,
circled
that
that
was
they want revenge.
that was all Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson's just an a-hole, man. If you watch how he coaches at Chicago, he's just an ass. But it's funny.
Yeah, I don't know. It seemed like Dan Campbell, wanted to let it be known that Ben Johnson didn't deserve all the credit with after running up the score on Chicago earlier this year.
Well, when you go 0 for 5 on fourth downs, I don't feel like you should try to take credit for your offense. To be completely honest, I wouldn't want to be that guy that go, "Hey, I did it. I'm the one." Like, no.
He had help.
It was a joint effort. See, like I had help here, but then also like we both wanted to go for it.
We both suck. Okay, it's not just him.
Yeah.
It's not just me. It's both of us. All right, so here we are with Brendan. What is it going to be, a bashing or praising? Last week I thought you were going to be a bashing, or praising, and you had a bashing. So talk to us.
uh, so I'm trying to think of like words I don't usually use. Just the simple fact I'm trying to keep. I've been cussing. I know. I'm trying to keep it. I'm trying to keep this PG-13.
Trying to keep it PG.
Bam.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep PG-13. Kenneth Murray is so bad at football. He is
So
so unbelievable. He was in
incredibly bad.
position. He was actually in position on Kelsey. Turn
All he
your
had to do was
head.
turn his head. All he had to do.
All you need to do is turn your head. I don't
It's
like
so
our
bad,
two
dude.
our two linebacker acquisitions in the offseason because Logan Wilson, but like can't turn their head. Sanborn makes this a tie game with the Packers, and Kenneth Murray goes, "Nah, I ain't doing it." You played good coverage on Travis Kelsey, and you didn't turn your head. Kenneth Murray is such a net negative.
That's facts, Jordan.
Hey, we got praise on the Philly game, and we still won actually. So who knows? We might be. I don't know. I'm scared,
Bringing relief.
Jordan. I'm scared. But yeah, Kenneth Murray is just so bad at football. He's
So
he's
bad, dude.
he's uber athletic, but like he doesn't know where anything's going.
Yeah.
Like I don't think he watches film. Like I could be wrong. I'm saying this is all me speculating, but like you can't tell me that you watch him and go, oh, he's watched it. He knows what their scheme is. No, and that's your green dot, which is terrifying.
I'll never forget, dude. It was like the Packers game, and it was their I guess their last drive in the fourth quarter that led to some time in the game or whatever. But there's a point in their possession where the defense runs the play and a Cowboys defender is like blocking a Packers skill player, and there's like a wide open gap for Kenneth Murray to like just easily go and get into, to try to make a sack on Jordan Love to get in his way to like he could have done anything to have a positive impact on the play. Instead of running towards Jordan Love, he runs right into his own teammate and blocks the guy that's already being blocked and giving Jordan Love a path to like throw the ball, which is what he ended up doing, or to run the ball. And I'm like, how do you just how do you miss that? I don't understand it.
See, from honestly, like watching Dallas over the years, I've learned of like being a fan in the moment, and then
Hmm.
also being able to reflect on the game later on.
Yeah,
I can't remember to say this, but yeah, it's because he's just bad, man. Um, the Carolina game, the fourth down. I hated that Deron Bland wasn't in press coverage. I despised it. I was legit thinking Eberflus was the dumbest person I've ever seen on this planet. I really thought he was. But then you realize it was a whole bait job for Kenneth Murray to get an easy pick. Everybody knew where the ball was going. I knew it. My dad knew it. Everybody knew where that ball was going. And you know what he does? He's like, "Hey, play a little inside, and then jump that route." That mother, stop myself.
okay.
Yeah, went to the opposite side of the field, then tried cutting in on the slant. Brother, it's a 3 yard slant. You can throw that in 0.2 seconds. You don't need to be, okay, I'm going to take all this. No, just stand there for a second. Then jump it. You don't have to run to the opposite field and have to sprint to get it. Like, I don't know how you're this
Overthinking it the
dumb.
first time.
I can't believe it.
Yeah,
Eberflus actually had the right play call if you wanted to bait an unexperienced QB, which Bryce Young is.
yeah,
And you don't because your linebacker has such low football IQ.
yeah. I was, we talked about Sanborn. That was the guy that Brian Broadish. Just anybody who I like to listen to, do a good breakdowns on like acquisitions and players and film and stuff. Like I was really excited for him, but what he was unable to bring to this defense was surprising. I was like, looks to be a bad pickup, unfortunately. That's the most
Oh,
disappointing for me, at least.
Overshown, of course, has played the most snaps out of anyone. Once he gets like the green light, he's fully healthy. Logan, it should be him and Logan Wilson. Maybe sprinkle in some Reese Leaf out if someone gets tired. Shamar James has played so much better than Kenneth Murray, and that's depressing. That's so depressing. But
Yeah,
you just
that's fine.
go like Kenneth Murray and Jack Sanborn. I know like you traded for Kenneth Murray, you signed Jack Sanborn. Bro, bench. You can go sit over there. We're in Jerry World. It's nice and warm. You go sit there. You can go cool, have sound bites for sounds from the sideline. That's all I want you for.
Yeah.
You're bad. You're so god awful.
Oh man, there's always that guy on the team who's here who doesn't do a whole lot of good on the field, but apparently he might be well received in the locker room. I haven't watched a lot of sounds from the sideline. Is Kenneth Murray like somebody who seems to be well liked by his teammates?
He's not really shown to be completely
Oh, okay,
honest.
okay,
But
I got you, I
like
got
maybe he can like perfect his craft of being funny while being on the bench and all that because he's not watching film.
you.
So
Right.
might as well, like try to get at some jokes, dude. Like,
Do something, anything. Here we are with Paul's Patriots update. Of course, the Patriots are playing right now on Monday Night Football versus the New York Giants, but a bit of a weird game here for our Patriots receivers as one, two, three Patriots receivers all have just a little bit more than 30 yards, and then Stephon Diggs and Mac Hollins with a little over 20 yards each apiece. Drake May spreading the ball around. We'll have a better update of Brendan and I's off-season show bet here, but yeah, Keishon Butte with 35 yards, leading the Patriots receivers. Not saying a whole lot, but he also does have a touchdown. So for anybody playing fantasy, You got to love that. I know I have him in a couple of lineups here, but it looks like even with that touchdown, it's game over for me this week with on those teams. So hopefully, maybe that touchdown one of you guys out there, your matchup. One word here: with a victory over the Lions, the Cowboys' playoff chances are blank.
Open.
Mm,
Like you can't go anything crazier than that because, like I said, our best chances is for Philly to have a collapse because the 7th seed
I
right
hate
now is
that
the
too.
8-4 Niners.
I know,
That's
man.
the worst wild card group. If you beat the Lions, you were the 8th group, so you're the first team out of the playoffs. Do you really think San Fran's going to collapse after all the injuries they've had and they're still winning? No. So you need Seattle to fall off a cliff. You need Philly to fall off a cliff. The best of both worlds is somehow the Packers fell off a cliff and you took their playoff spot, so their draft pick is still lower and you're in the playoffs.
Hmm.
That would be pretty. That's not going to happen. So like, I just need that team that got booed off their own field to just keep stumbling, even though Justin Herbert is not playing the rest of the year.
Herbert's out for the rest of the year.
He's getting surgery on his left hand tomorrow.
I saw that, but I feel like there's been some players who have had surgeries the same week and didn't miss any time. Am I mistaken on that?
It's all speculative right now, but they're
Yeah.
pretty sure he's going to miss the Philly game at least at the bare minimum.
Crazy, man. That is not good for one of my fantasy teams for sure. It sucks that the Cowboys don't control their own destiny. You know what I mean? Like they could have win out, but they still need other teams to suck.
They had such easy games earlier this year, man. You're beating the best of the best, and you're losing to trash.
Yeah. How Cowboys esque of them. But with a victory over the Lions, the Cowboys' playoff chances are. I went with meek.
Like I said, I'm gonna get delusional because I've seen so much. I was talking to my friend the other day. I'm like, I have watched some of the worst Cowboy football I've ever watched since 2020 this year.
Mm-hmm.
I have. But now I'm watching some of the best football I've ever watched. I don't know what to like. And we get blown out by Detroit Thursday. I'm gonna go, okay. That's like I'm upset, but like
Relieve at the same time.
well not relieved, but I'm just not shocked. I'm just like, okay, back to reality. It was a fun week stretch we had there. But if we win,
Yeah.
I'm like, who are you? And what have you done with Dallas?
Well, I guess the reason I say relieved is just the fact that it's like okay, we don't have to worry about making the playoffs or not making the playoffs. Like the season is over, we can still enjoy the rest of the season, but like we know that we're kind of like focusing on the draft while also still watching a team that is maybe not playing for anything, but is still fun to watch.
It's so much more fun to have hope. I've had so much fun watching these past two games.
Yeah.
Talking about there's no reason to talk about the Raider game. Like that's whatever. But like these two games have legit been the most entertaining games I've watched in a long, long time.
For real, they really have. They really, really have. The Cowboys have. I've had even in the games where they, like the Carolina game, that was a good game to watch. Of course, the outcome sucked, but the Carolina game, the Green Bay Packers game, the Giants game, even the first week one of the season hasn't been a terrible season to watch, but it's just it's unlikely that we'll have the outcome that we all want.
Shoddy's doing something, man. Their soft rebuild is really showing right now, and we're gonna have such a weird off-season talk or at least like season overview because I think that Joneses actually might have done well, and I want to throw up.
You don't know how to handle that, do you?
No, not at all.
All right, here we are with top 5. I know that one time it was just you and I. We did an episode. I know you're a car guy, if it's fair to call you that. And we did our top 5 favorite cars. So I don't know how close this list is going to be to that one, but I did try to mix it up. But we'll see what happens. I'm curious to see your list.
I think I'm gonna have a few of the same answers at least.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll start us off with your number 5. If you could own 5 cars, which one would they be, sir?
Oh, my first one is my Bronco. For better or for worse, that car is mine. Me and that thing are bonded till death do us part. And surprisingly enough, that thing has not died yet, and I have not died in it. So, yeah, that thing I've had it since I was 14. Done a lot of things to that, driven all around, and better for worse, it's still here and it's fun. It's in storage right now, but like we're gonna work on it later on and like resto mod it.
You always remember your first, sir.
Oh, without a doubt.
Did you actually work on it and like make repairs on it too?
Yeah,
That's really cool. Is your
it
dad
was
a car
great.
guy?
Oh yeah, but he's also a big YouTube guy. I had to wait out there while he's watching a 30-minute YouTube video, and then
Yeah.
we did stuff.
Hey, y'all did it together, man. Hopefully, cracked a couple of coldies and spent some afternoons together, man.
I was 14, so I
Oh,
did
you're
not.
14. Never mind. Okay. Maybe you're getting some Diet Dr. Peppers or something.
Yeah.
Some chocolate malts.
My dad has whiskey. I just have a malt.
That's hilarious. A different kind of malt.
Yeah.
I changed number 5 a couple of times, but I ended up going something for my son here, just a fun car that I think we might have fun being in would be the Ninja Turtle pizza van, the van that shoots pizzas. This
That's
is one that's
fire.
for you, Baker, if you ever listen to this show as you get older. But yeah, I chose this one for you, my friend. The Ninja Turtle pizza van. I can be the driver and you can shoot the pizzas, and we'll have us a good time riding around town, son.
That's fire. But see, then
Yeah.
Mike will be making fun of you right now because he's going Mr. Family Guy again. My Bronco is an '88. Right before OJ. Right before OJ.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Was yours also white?
No, I made sure mine was not white. Mine was blue and tan.
Nice. Number 4 on my list, to kind of sticking with the family theme here, but I'd go with an RV just so that we could have somewhere, something we could travel in, sleep in, save money in a hotel, or be able to kind of like camp in a park or hang out for a couple of days. So I'm gonna go with the RV.
I was in an RV for the first time the weekend before Thanksgiving, and it was pretty great. It's pretty freaking awesome.
That's cool. Was it like spacious enough for the group that you had?
Yeah. So my mom doesn't like the outdoors. She doesn't, and so they splurged a lot on renting an RV, and it was by far not camping. It was
Yeah.
the farthest from camping I think I've ever done.
Glamping.
Oh, easy. I slept on a bunk bed.
Top or bottom?
Oh, it was only one. It was like right above like where you're driving and all that. That whole like ceiling would come down a little bit.
That's cool.
Wasn't that comfortable?
Oh.
It was not that comfortable because the mattress was like this thick, but pretty sick.
Would you have preferred sleeping on that or in a tent outside? To be honest.
It depends on the weather. I'm gonna be completely honest.
Yeah.
My dad and I have gotten flooded out way too many times, so we started doing like pop-up trailers and stuff. Because we're not doing that again. We're staying here the night. We're not going home at 1 a.m. So it depends on the weather. If it's supposed to be clear all weekend, I'll do a tent. But like if it shows any rain, I'm going trailer RV.
So the last couple of weeks, my son has randomly brought up how he wants to go camping, and me and my wife were like, that would be kind of fun. Neither one of us have ever done it, but we just found it so strange that he just randomly was like, I want to go camping for vacation.
Dude, it's never a bad time.
Where did you guys go?
Possum Kingdom.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
We were 2.5 hours out.
Yeah, never been there.
A lot of deer. Like they were all just chilling, man.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was a really cool area. There's like no light pollution over there, so you get to see the stars like easily at night. It's sick.
I'll have to keep that in mind. All right, so number 4 on your list.
You've watched Magnum PI, right?
No. My wife, probably, that sounds like something my wife or my father-in-law has watched, but no, I've never watched Magnum PI.
Tom Selleck.
I appreciate Tom Selleck, but no, I've never seen Magnum PI.
So you don't know the Ferrari?
So I was, sometimes like to do research for these lists, I'll go to Ranker and I'll type in like best desserts ranker, like best superheroes ranker, whatever. And I did see I typed in best fictional cars just to see what would pop on there, maybe something like jog the memory here. And I did see him sitting on a car, which I can only assume is the car you're referring to.
Yeah. I'm completely blanking on what model of the Ferrari right now, which my dad would like just be so disappointed in me right now.
Yeah,
And I just have to live with that. But like, no, that's so that Ferrari has no horsepower. The roof comes off, but it's just like, I can't believe you haven't.
drop top
What?
Ferrari. That's pretty cool.
Oh, it's sick. It's such a classic looking Ferrari. Like when you think of a Ferrari, you just think of that.
Yeah.
But like, you haven't watched Magnum PI.
Didn't they
So
do like a reboot?
yeah, it's awful.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
And I probably won't watch either one, but if I ever do decide to watch one, I'll watch the OG.
Dude, if you watched the new one and you didn't watch the one Tom Selleck, oh my gosh.
No,
I need
Tom
Mike back
Selleck-
here to bully you if that happened.
and he would, I promise you.
Yeah.
All right,
Alright,
so
so
number 3 on your list.
see, this is like my dream vehicle right now. If I could have any money to get a new vehicle, it'd be a 2025 Roush F250.
Okay, I assume that's some sort of sports car.
No, so the F250 is the truck.
Oh, it's a truck. Ford. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you say that.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. But the Roush is a company that does aftermarket stuff, mainly Ford Mustangs, all that like sports.
Okay.
So it's all the torque and power of an F250 with the interior. You can choose whatever amount. You can choose a King Ranch. You can choose anything, but with like over 1,000 horsepower because of Roush, and that is all. I've seen 3 of them in the past like year, and I'm like, yes, I want you. This is the most perfect thing I've ever seen in my life. It looks so good. You put that with a lift kit and a nice big bumper. Oh, dude, it's game.
I can't imagine a truck with 1,000 horsepower having a lift kit on it. That'd be sick, dude.
Yeah, no, just like a 4-inch. You don't got to go anything like those kids who just get a lot. No, all those kids you see driving around.
High school.
All that, it's the worst. But like that, no. Well, you put a 4-inch lift, bigger tires. That dude. Oh god.
Yeah, it sounds pretty sick. Is that? I assume your dream car is going to be on this list, right?
Oh yeah, it's been my dream car since I was like 4.
Okay, but when you talk about that car, it sounds like that might be obviously it's in your top 5, but I assume your dream car is going to be your number 1.
Oh, that would be my daily. That would be my That would be my daily.
Yeah, I got you. Number 3 on my list, sir. I'm sorry, that was your number 4, right?
No, that was my third.
Number 3 on my list, I went with a truck, but I'm going a little bit more old school than you. I've always been a big fan of like the older, like 60s trucks, and so I did a little bit of research here, and the truck that I'm fond of the most, as far as like the older ones go, is going to be a 1967 Chevy C10.
See, doing anything old Chevy is so easy and so perfect because you can LS swap anything and it not be like malpractice with it. And you can soup that thing up with an awesome Corvette engine, and that would just be sick.
You talk about, because I was thinking, I just want something that's going to be my daily driver, but like could be me and my wife riding around, me and my son, me and my dog. Like, I don't need anything crazy, just something to cruise in. I love to cruise.
Yes, but think about it. Corvette engine in it because it's an LS swap.
Yeah.
Bam.
I mean, if it had the capabilities to go fast and to shock some people, of course I'd be happy to do that. But I want people to look at him like, man, that is just a nice old school truck. You know what I mean?
See, you gain the respect, but then you make them fear you as you just haul ass. Bam.
The mind games with the car. Yeah, I like that, man. That's a good point there. Number 2 on my list, I went down the nostalgia route like you did, and I went with my first car, which was the '95 Rodeo.
I do not know that car. I do not.
Yep, it's the Suzuki Rodeo. I had it. I remember I'd saved up money, like trying to put enough down to like get a down payment on a car, and then my mom took me to the Ford dealership, and we picked out this Ford Ranger, like this one with an extended cab, and she liked it so much that she gave me her Rodeo, which I ended up falling in love with more than the truck. And I had like 212s in the back. I had like the cool car. It was nice. It's a lot of fun memories in that car.
It's the funniest thing is I'm 22 and my first car is older than yours.
That is crazy. You have the classic though.
For better or for worse, at points.
Broncos. I'd imagine a lot of people have had that for their first car.
Oh no, it's super sick. But then whenever it's too cold outside and you don't know if you're gonna make it to school, you go, well, this is just great.
Which
And
is
other
that's
times it's
just
pretty awesome.
crazy to me because I feel like that would be like a all-terrain, all-weather type of vehicle.
The engine is one of the Windsor is one of the worst things I've ever seen in my entire life. The Bronco is such a massive vehicle.
Hmm.
Like the weight is insane, and then you go, okay, man, we need some torque, we need some power. Okay, cool. This maybe has 200 horsepower. Why is this thing not moving?
Man, that's crazy. My
Yeah.
cousin Chase, shout out to him. He's driving I believe it's a 2025 Bronco, and that thing is pretty slick looking.
See, my only complaint with the new Broncos, there's only one complaint. I love how they look. I love how they look.
Hmm.
It's that all their new ones don't come stock with a V6 anymore.
Mm.
They're all inline fours. I could have gotten a new Bronco, but I'm like, I can't go from no power to no power. I
Yeah,
needed a little bit of give. So like 2 years ago, if you can get a Bronco, you can get a V6 or you can spend more and get a V8. And they don't do that anymore. And it's just depressing. But the looks though, those new Broncos look sick.
I have noticed that it seems like car companies with these SUVs and stuff, they've gone more away from like the muscle like kind of I don't know what word I'm looking for, but like kind of like the Intimidator look to more wanting to be like luxury SUVs and stuff as opposed to muscle and like cool tough.
Yeah. A lot of companies don't want to go for the off-road look anymore. The Forerunner it still has an inline. No, this guy has an inline four. The Bronco has an inline four. All the
Hmm.
ones you think about, oh, I'm taking this thing off-road. No, you're not. No, you're not. You have to spend on so much money on so much aftermarket stuff to make yourself prepared for it. Ford's not going to do that for you.
Yeah, I've never been off roading. It's always sounded fun though.
I've never been in my car because we were always afraid the Bronco wouldn't come back. But I have been off-roading a UTV before, and it's awesome.
Sounds nice. All right, are we at number two on yours, sir, or are we at number one?
We're at
Or
two
number
on
two
my
for you?
list. Well, it's something you probably won't know, which is most of my list today, but it's the Halo Warthog.
Ah, okay.
Anyone who's played any video game knows the Halo Warthog and just how classic it is. But I'm gonna go one better. I'm gonna go OG Halo 1 because you can't destroy it. It was
Oh, nice.
impossible to blow up or do anything. So that would be like I would have that vehicle and it would never die on me. It would just be there forever.
It would just be, huh?
Yeah.
Now that you mentioned the video game carbs, I kind of wish I would have like added the Twisted Metal, the ice cream band in here just for the fun of it. You ever play Twisted Metal?
No, I've heard about it. I've not played it.
Fun game. The first game I ever played on PlayStation, my PlayStation One.
I could not think of any like vehicles because my brain automatically went to like Star Wars and stuff. I'm like, those aren't cars, so I couldn't do that. And also, all other racing games I play are all like realistic ones. So like, I could go get
Yeah,
like a Camaro and I could go drive that around. Like, that's not like a video game. So the only thing I could think of was a Warthog, but that thing is so classic.
oh man, vehicles might have been a better option for this list. That would have been fun.
It would have been all Star Wars. I'm
All
sorry.
Star Wars. I would have had to ask Hannah like, what should I put on here, babe? Because he's freaking like Star Wars. So what can make me sound cool?
I would just say all these vehicles behind me.
I would just probably put the Death Star. That's the only one I know, or the I guess it is the only one I know. Confidently can say at least.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
All right, number one on your list, sir.
This will be my number one till the end of time. I've said this. I think this might be my third time bringing this up on the podcast. At least it's a 1967 Mustang Fastback.
Mm.
I love that car more than words can describe. See you, Jordan. Always
You are
great having you out here,
as
man.
always, sir. I feel like Jordan would
Um,
have had a cool car list. He strikes me as a car guy.
dude, I bet a lot of people that we've talked to on here would have crazy cars.
Yeah.
But dude, if you look up a 67 fastback, but you go candy apple red, it's
Hmm.
the most perfect thing. I would put a new Coyote in that thing. That's gonna be a car I own. Like I'm talking, when I get out of college, I'm gonna find a rusted down POS, and I'm gonna start working on it. That'll be my project car for like a decade.
That would be a fun project, man, to just to work on a car. That hearing you talk about working on your car with your dad, it makes me want to like just to get one to work on one with like with Baker. It's when he gets older,
Dude,
obviously, but that sounds fun.
you should honestly do it. Like I said, we started working on it when I was 14, so like I can't drive it, of course.
Yeah.
And so doing all that, so you're working on it while Baker can't drive, and then as soon as you get it up, it's like, hey, I think this is good enough to be on the road. Bam, Baker's ready.
Oh yeah. I do like to watch YouTube videos of like there's this one page where people get these cars that are like where have been in storage and they're all dirty and stuff and like the interior's all messed up and stuff, but they're like classic cars, so they clean them up and
Mhm.
then they turn the engine on for the first time and it's like, oh man, this is like an actual classic badass car, not just some car that was like hidden in the shed somewhere.
I watched car shows all my life.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the main things we've done. So yeah, I love all that stuff.
All right, so number one on my list, I'm curious as to your opinion on this car, but I picked this one just because I think it's cool. It is bulletproof. It has a lot of mixed reviews from people, but it looks cool, and I feel like it has kind of like an intimidating vibe. I want the Cybertruck.
See, when you said bulletproof, I was full on expecting you to say like the presidential like motorcade.
Oh God.
I was expecting you to say that. I'm like, where the hell is Paul going with this, dude? What the?
Oh man, that would be a choice, dude. That'd be hilarious if that's what I picked.
Cybertruck. I've seen some okay ones. I've seen a lot of people just make it look like a fridge.
Mm-hmm.
So those are kind of harder to judge. I'm not much of an EV person. I'm
Mm-hmm.
really not.
Yeah.
The only EV I would truly go for is the new Hummer because I've been in one and those are sick. Like if GM came out tomorrow and said, "Hey, we're releasing a Hummer with a V8 in it," I'm going, "Dad, we're selling my car. I don't care how much I like my car. We're selling that thing. I will sell everything in this room and I'll get that."
Yeah, and the funniest comparison I've ever heard of the Cybertruck was a guy I worked with said that it looked like Laura Croft's boobs from Tomb Raider, like the OG Tomb Raider, like PlayStation 1 or 2.
I haven't heard that in a while. I haven't heard that in a while.
Oh, but yeah, every time I see one, I can't help but think of that.
I kind of go like for like collecting. I just started to see the most like random colors on them. Saw bright orange the other day. I'm like, never seen that
Oh,
before.
why?
And you just keep like trying to like point them out. And no,
Yeah.
there's a lot of just not great Cybertrucks out there, and you just gotta just like point and laugh.
Yeah, I've never seen anyone like with what I would consider weird paint jobs or ones that looked bad. But the first time I saw one up close, I'm like, wow, man, this actually looks a whole lot cooler than the picture.
Yeah, I've seen too many dumb ones.
Yeah.
My vision of it is just tainted. Or you'll see people who polish their cars so that now they're basically just mirrors, and you go,
Hmm.
why would you do that?
Right.
Why?
It is weird seeing your reflection there.
Well, that's just dangerous.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Good point there. Well, sir, it was a pleasure as always. Of course, man, top five always being a fun way to end the show here.
Yeah, Mike would not be able to goon out on this one, so everything's all.
He would have found a way.
I would have gotten this car, but with this paint job of this WWE wrestler, and she would have been all over the car.
Oh, and he would not have been happy with the length of this episode either.
Yeah, you would have complained a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Well, sir, before we upset Mike, where can we find you?
Well, you upset him every week. You can find me at Brendan_Smith26.
You can find me on Twitter at Paul_Ryan15. We appreciate you guys joining us, and we will see y'all next week.